So Tim, for this film, just watching the trailers and everything, it has a very distinct feel, kind of like a superhero feel. But you said it's kind of an anti-superhero film. But I'm curious because it kind of feels like Tim Burton's X-Men First Class. If that ever kind of like entered your mind as you were making it, or
No, because I always felt. I mean, look at. I mean, I've done a couple of superhero kind of things, and it's just that's what the world is now. And I think the thing that intrigued me about this is that it wasn't that because you can't really. I mean, I don't want to compete with that stuff,
Right.
and I don't want to jump on the bandwagon with that's not what I'm into. But I what I liked about it is it just more tapped symbolically into that thing about when you're a kid, or when not even a kid, when you're in a society where you're branded peculiar, or you're branded weird, or you're categorized into something. And these kids, they're not so much as like, oh, these are my superpowers. It's just like, okay, I have a sore leg, or I can't do this, or I can't do that, or I got bees living in me. I like playing baseball. It's just part of who they are, and it's kind of like, well, it's not even something they talk about. It's like what most kids are like that
Right.
way, and that's what intrigued me. And now often, we have effects, and they do use it to kind of help situations or do it, but it's not done in the like, us against the world's about to end, and and we got to fight off everybody, CGI, blah blah blah. It was a more human and a more kind of symbolic level of these, not so much being powers, but not necessarily afflictions. It's just a part of who these kids are.
I mean, building off the superhero thing, Batman is back in the limelight again with Batman vs Superman, and I'm curious how you feel.
I want to see Batman versus Godzilla next.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm curious how you feel after. I mean, you kind of set the standard with '89 Batman. That's a film I revisit every single year, and something new comes to me from it. So I'm curious how you feel about like the evolution of these films.
Well,
Like,
I don't know.
needs
I
to-
mean, I can use only my own experience. I know it was a successful film, but it was certainly not the most critically acclaimed film of the year. And it's just funny. I think a lot of things that everybody was ragging on, now they're still there today. You know what I mean? It's just funny. So I find it just more kind of weirdly amusing, and again makes me feel like I'm on a strange planet. I always felt like I was different, and I guess, well, maybe it is because you feel like you're on an alien planet sometimes.